Good morning once more. It is such a delight to be with you again, and of course, I cannot help myself from going outside. When you live in the Comox Valley, as you know from being in Victoria, we are so blessed with the bounty of God's creation all around us. The kinds of views we get to surround ourselves with daily are the kinds of views that take our breath away, or they can if we let them. As some of you know, I grew up on Bowen Island, and that's how I know Reverend Sheila. And I did my undergrad in New York City. And there was a time where I spent a whole year without coming home. And I remember getting on the ferry, 18 years old, after being in the city, in the concrete jungle, as they call it, for a whole year without coming back. And I remember being on the ferry, looking around, thinking, was it always this nice here? Of course, the answer is yes. So today on this Earth Day, we're going to take some time to pause and to notice the beauty of the earth, at God at work all around us. And so I'm used to working in Weird Church. I'm sure somewhere in my introduction somewhere it was, I am the founding minister of Weird Church in Cumberland, and we like to do church a bit differently. And one of the things we love to do is be outside in meditation, with some reflection, with some prayer, but also with a lot of time to pause. And I know that when church is all together, sometimes pause is a difficult thing. But you're probably just watching this at home, or maybe you're watching it outside. I don't know. But I'm going to invite you into some real juicy moments of pause and reflection over the next few minutes. And I hope that you will enjoy. I hope that you will feel the depths of God's presence. And I hope that you enjoy the views here down in Comox by the water and the whole valley that surrounds me here. Let's begin. We're going to begin our time together by taking the deepest breath you've taken all day. Listen to the sounds of the wind, of the water, of the birds. In the Beatitudes, Jesus said, "Blessed are the humble, for they are close to the sacred earth." Would you join with me in prayer? It is in the depths of life that we find you, O God. At the heart of this moment, at the center of our soul, deep in the earth and its eternal stirrings, you are the ground of all being. You are the wellspring of time. You are the womb of the earth, and you are the seed force of stars. And so, in this moment, on this day, we wait. Not for blessings from afar, but for you. You, O God, who are the very soil of our soul, the freshness of our morning, the very breath of our days. Amen. I invite you into stillness, into silence. Feel the beating of your heart and the breath in your body. Perhaps in these moments, we can find gratitude. Hear these words and join your hearts with me in thanking God for the freshness of this day. Thanks be to you, O God. Grant us that morning gift of clarity, just as you bring light on the day's first dawn. Grant us the light of wisdom. We give you thanks for this light, the light that allows us to see fresh, see anew each day. We give you thanks that this light is a gateway into what we have never seen or experienced before. We give you thanks as our souls breathe along with our lungs, as we reach deeply into you for hope. We give you thanks in this moment for all the earth, for all the creatures, for our whole broken and beloved human family. Hear the prayers of our hearts in the silence of the moments that follow. It is when we ground ourselves in you, O God, that we can find stillness. It is when we are grounded in you that we can find gratitude. And it is grounded in you that we can hear your call on our lives. Listen to these words and join your hearts with me once more. Our hearts are comforted as we become more and more aware of you, O God, O soul within our soul, life within all life. Our hearts are comforted in remembering you, giver of this day, gift of every moment. May we too be bearers of comfort. May we be strong in our soul. May we cry at the wrongs of nations and weep with the bleeding earth. May we mourn with all those who mourn this day in the loss of life, in the loss of land, in the loss of dreams and hope. Show us your call on our lives this day. Jesus taught us, the angels repeat again and again, do not be afraid. Jesus reminded us that he would always, always be with us. And so we continue our prayer. O Holy One, Holy Three, Holy One, for everything that emerges from the earth, thanks be to you, O God. Holy root of being, sacred sap that rises, full-bodied fragrance of earth's unfolding form. May we know that we are of you. May we know that we are in you. May we know that we are one with you, together, one. Guide us as nations to what is deepest. Open us as peoples to what is first. Lead us as a world to what is dearest, that we may know the holiness of wholeness, that we may learn the strength of humility, that together we may live close to the earth and grow in grounded glory. Amen. Thank you for joining me here today for a little unsermon. It is my hope and prayer that you can walk through the rest of your day with your God goggles on, seeing the wonder of God in creation all around, and find yourself in awe of the community that you find yourself in, the community of God's beings. Amen.